Jennifer, thank you. Shortly after the Trump event, some members of the Congressional Black Caucus came to microphones to react. We did not air that live as we did the Trump event, so here's some of it.
Donald Trump is nothing more than a two-bit racial arsonist who for decades has done nothing but fan the flames of bigotry and hatred. He is someone who from the outset of his career has practiced indiscrimination. From his time running the Trump Corporation in the 1970s, discriminating against African Americans and Latinos in housing, labeling their application with a C so they would be set aside and excluded. From his effort in the 1980s where he led the lynch mob against the Central Park Five, 4 African American men and 1 Latino who were wrongfully convicted, but Donald Trump wanted to send them to the death penalty. And then, of course, his effort to lead the birther movement, which is nothing more than a fraud designed to appeal to the racists and the bigots and the xenophobes who wanted to delegitimize the first black president of the United States of America. If you question Donald Trump's true motive, Exhibit A really is his leadership in the birther movement. He's not qualified to be commander-in-chief. He's a hater-in-chief.
It is important to note that African Americans have had a unique and special journey in the United States of America. We have been enslaved. We have suffered Jim Crowism. We have seen the segregated South living as second-class citizens. But yet the men and women who are African Americans have risen to serve in the United States military. We have sacrificed as first responders across America. We died on 9/11, and we have accepted our full privileges, although we have shed blood for it, for citizenship. And I joined the pact by saying on behalf of African Americans across America, we've had enough and we're not going to take it anymore. We will not elect a chief bigot of the United States of America. To Mr. Trump, who has debased the presidential contest like no other contest in the history of the United States of America. There has never been the lowest level of electioneering that Mr. Trump has engaged in. Why do I say this? Because he could have ended this in a calm and respectful manner after he started these lies yesterday in the Washington Post. There were no lights or cameras. It was a simple interview. He was asked a question whether or not the president was an American citizen born in the United States. He could have taken the quiet time to apologize and to indicate, as a candidate for the presidency of the United States, I respect all former presidents and existing presidents as my duty, and I will indicate what the truth is. But Mr. Trump could not bring himself to do so because he has lived a life of bigotry. I'm wondering when